Hello, good evening.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
How are you doing? How are you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm doing great. I'm good. Thank you. And how about you? How are you doing, ma'am?
Yeah, I'm also doing exceptionally well these days. Since it's the end of the year, we are going to begin with a new year. So, new beginnings. So, yeah, gearing up
Okay.
for that.
Okay. Nice to know that.
So, how was your day today?
My day was like any other day as usual. So
Mhm.
there was nothing worth mentioning. So it
Mhm.
was a simple day like any other day.
Okay. All right. So for today's session, we have a topic which is online versus offline shopping, which is like window shopping as well, offline shopping. So just to ask the question that's relatable to the topic in the very first go, which is, are you an online shopper or an offline shopper? What do you prefer at the ease of your hand?
Okay, ma'am. So nowadays, most of the shopping that I do is online. So I prefer online shopping.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
Yeah.
just to add a bit of twist over here, we can say the sentence in a bit different way. I would say I'm more of an online shopper these days, primarily because it is so convenient, right? If you'll give a small reason, like in an extended way, people will understand, and there will be an authenticity that is backing up our idea, like why we like what we like. That's something.
Actually, I was expecting the next question from you that why you like the online shopping. That's why I stopped there.
Okay, okay. No worries. So yeah, if I ask this question, like why do you like or prefer online shopping? What are some of the reasons to prefer online shopping?
Yes, the first of all, I like online shopping because the stuff that I get online is delivered at my doorstep. So
Mhm.
it becomes very convenient for me. And when I do online shopping, I get the opportunity to look at the items on the websites
Mhm.
and on the apps, and I can see the reviews also, how
Mhm.
the details are also given
Of course.
about the item, and then I go to the reviews of the customers who have bought this item earlier. And
I've already
when
bought.
yeah, already bought. So when I see the reviews, the good reviews, then I go for it. And the main another reason is that I have seen when I compare these items, the price of the items with the
Mhm.
price that are sold offline on the shops, it
Mhm.
is cheaper. I get
Correct.
it is cheaper if I buy online. So these are the main reasons why I go for online shopping.
Absolutely. And there is this one more thing that we can browse through countless options from the comfort of our home. Like we don't need to go to different shops, which means like pounding the pavement at malls or any other flea market as well, right?
Yes.
So do you understand what actually is pounding the pavement?
Pounding the pavement means I actually I don't know. Yeah, I have not come across this phrase earlier.
Yeah, so it is like to spend a lot of time walking. So when we go for window shopping, we have to walk a lot, whether we are visiting a mall or whether it is a flea market, we have to walk. So that is pounding the pavement, to spend a lot of time walking, often for shopping or searching for something. So you can say that I have been pounding the pavement at malls so as to find that beautiful pink dress. So something like that. So which means that you don't need to pound the pavement when you are shopping online.
Okay, so here I want to ask you one more thing because this flea market, even though I got this phrase earlier, but I forgot. So what is the meaning of the flea market?
A flea market is like Sarojini Nagar, for example. Uh,
Okay,
uh,
okay,
yeah, so where you can, pick up clothes, in lesser prices. So that's
o-
flea market.
okay, okay. Thank you.
So you know Sarojini Nagar, it's in Delhi, a very famous market. Like it's on streets.
It was in the month of October. Visited that market
Okay,
last
okay,
October.
okay. All right, that's wonderful in that case.
Even,
So we
ma'am,
can.
I just want to add one more thing. When it comes to Sarojinagar, even the sweater that I am wearing right now, it was bought from Sarojini market.
Okay. All right. That's amazing. So, like, there is this one more point for flea market is like people can buy and sell used items as well. So that's what people usually do there as well. But there are new stuff as well. So, for example, if you see there are like higher brands, people are selling at lower prices like H&M and other brands. So they probably have some kind of defects, or they are used like one or twice, once or twice. My bad. Yeah. So
Uh,
that's flea market where people can do thrift shopping.
okay.
Okay. So one more thing that you mentioned that we can always get some deals. So we can say that we can snag a deal, right, to get something at good price. So I managed to snag a deal on this new phone during Diwali sale or during the holiday sale. So that's what you can mention.
Okay. Snag a deal.
Yes, snag a deal, meaning that you managed to grab something at lower prices, which means for you that you got it for a lower price.
Okay.
Yeah, and tell me one advantage of offline shopping which you can never see in online shopping. Like there may be some advantage perhaps for on offline shopping.
Yes, there is one advantage I can tell you from my own experience when I want to buy clothes.
Mhm,
So I had a bad experience buying clothes online. So whenever I bought once or twice, but the item that when I saw the pictures while buying online, but it did not match when I got the item. It did not match with the specification, color, etc. So I had to return
mhm,
the items twice or thrice. Sometimes it happened.
mhm,
But when I go and buy offline these items, in particular the clothes, so I can see, I can wear it, I can give a trial before buying that one, whether it is fitting me with fitting me
mhm,
well or not. So that's how the
mhm.
advantages I think when we buy offline.
All right. So something which is great about offline shopping is about the tactile experience, which is we can touch and feel the clothes,
Yes.
the ability to physically touch or feel something. So let me drop in the chat box as well so that you can have a look. This means tactile experience. Okay. So as you mentioned that your preference is always doing an online shopping. So there might be a thing that you would never want to buy online. So which is that one thing that you will always look when you have to go out and find it in window shopping?
So far, I remember, and as I already mentioned, that when it comes to buying clothes, so I prefer to go to the shop and buy offline.
Mhm.
In other cases, I don't remember. Most of the time, I go for
Mhm.
online. Even I have started buying medicines also online.
Yeah,
And
pharmacy. We
yeah,
see wonderful offers over there.
yeah, even 20% discount are also given by them. So I like it.
absolutely. That's there are multiple options, and that's the thing for technological advancement that we have been experiencing lately, and it's really helping us and made us things really easy for us, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay. All right. So there is this one word which is hassle free. So hassle free means that something which is easy and convenient.
yes.
So online shopping is hassle free, isn't
Hassle
it?
free. Yes, yes,
All right. And sometimes online shopping clothes online can be buyer's remorse as well. Remorse, you understand, feeling of regret, right?
yes, yes,
You can feel regret because you don't fit into that cloth, or the size may be wrong or something. But now we do have this option of returning and exchanging. That's one other advantage as well. So that's a
yeah.
good thing. All right. So now there is this very lifestyle perspective thing over here that if we move and go about shopping, we can have some kind of physical activity as well, and we can go about and understand what's there in the market, what the trends are all about. That's what we can do in online shopping as well, no doubt about that. But do you think that it kills our physical activity and give elongate our sedentary lifestyle, which is very common? Like for everything, it's sedentary lifestyle. Even when we have to work, we keep sitting. When we have to shop also, we keep sitting at the comfort of ourselves, and we keep do shopping. So do you think that it kills the physical activity, one way to physical make us physically active?
Yeah, I think so. Because the people becomes lazy sitting at home, they are placing order for
Mm-hmm.
buying stuff. So a kind of laziness starts to creep in our life. But at the same time, I would like to mention that I make up this activity like going for walk. So every day I go for walk and I do walking like around 1.5 hour daily. So if I don't go to the market and buy offline stuff, it does not make any difference for me because I am already doing this. I'm making up the things.
Yeah, I'm making up for the physical activity that is
Yes,
required for the day.
yes.
Absolutely. That's a good. I think that's really help us to prevent lifestyle disorders that are very common and prevailing very frequently, which is like every other person is suffering from diabetes, and even kids, they are suffering from diabetes. Rising blood glucose is very common. Even just we are reducing the number of sugar spoons that we are eating on a daily basis. So people need to take care of themselves a lot because of this sedentary lifestyle of being a couch potato. So when we get into holiday seasons, most of the people just want to sit on their just on their bed, or just want to sit at the comfort of their in their of their home and want to watch their favorite TV series. So do you think this is also the same for you, or you're slightly different from this?
Yeah, I'm not a kind of couch potato, but yeah, when I get some time that I think that I can spend some time watching TV, if there is some good movies also that I can
Mhm.
find out on the various OTT platform. So
Correct.
I do that. But it is not that I sit there for the whole day and watching TV and having some foods and making at home. It is not like that. So I do enjoy watching TV. At the same time, I do other activities also.
Mhm. All right. Okay. Now, the most important aspect of shopping, of online shopping, is like we get immense sale, just deal breakers on internet when we do online shopping, and that really makes us happy, just like a dopamine rush in our body when we see those amazing sales, and we are able to grab some of them and just really high, lighten up ourselves, and it just increases our spirit, and this makes us proud as well. So what do you think, what is your take on online sales that keep happening on holiday seasons, or is just like a gimmicky, or some kind of marketing effort from the organizations to make their product prominent?
Yeah, I have seen there are some sales offers are being offered by various apps like Amazon, Flipkart, etc. Particularly during the festival season like Diwali, Christmas, or New Year's Day. But I am not very much into it because I don't go for items that I don't need. Seeing the sales there, it is not like that. So I just go for the items only when I need. So that's why I, even though there are so many offers that are coming, and if I come across while scrolling my mobile phone, but I do not look at that. So whenever I need something to buy, only then I go and I watch whatever there is
Mhm.
there for sale.
Okay. So do you believe there's a flip side to this coin as well? Sometimes these sales can feel like a double-edged sword. They, while they offer this great value, they can also encourage impulse buying, which you
Yeah,
mentioned.
yeah,
Like some
I
people.
agree with that. Sometimes, suppose if you don't need something, even then, if you go and see the items are being offered by the, and at a lower price, so you may get tempted to buy that item, even though you may not require that item immediately. So
Correct.
you end up buying that item and spend some money on that. So this is the, I think, the tricks that employed by the sellers
Correct.
and grab the attention of the customers and make them to do this.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So for this, we can obviously use that sometimes people go overboard and
Overboard.
bite off more than they can chew, meaning that we are
Yeah.
eating more. And so, with regards to what we can chew,
Yes.
that we won't be able to digest later, financially speaking.
Yeah.
All right. Uh, any question, anything that's coming to your mind you would want to me to address?
Okay, so what is your take on window shopping? Do you like to do window shopping?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like for some of the things, I highly prefer window shopping, and for some, for example, clothes. When I'm looking for some really specific things, not the generic ones. So if I'm looking for something generic, which I can easily find on online stores, so I'll go for that. But apparently, apart from that, when we want something really specific, we won't be able to find it online. But sometimes we do. I think it's just based on need only. That's what I try to do.
Okay, so sometimes you know that in our city or everywhere we
Mhm.
find that there are some fair, this trade
Correct.
fair or something like that.
Correct. Correct. Book
So
fairs. Yes, yes.
yeah. So even though I am not in need of those things, but still I go there and I see and visit from stall to stall and see what are the items are there. So
Yeah, yeah.
then if I find that something that uh, I mean, I get interested to buy something, then I buy. So this is
Yes, yes.
called window shopping, I think. Is it not?
Yeah, that's window shopping, visiting and buying things that you really like. So that's when you would decide what is it that you would want to buy. So moving around and seeing that what is it that you would want to buy. So that's pretty much offline shopping.
Yes.
And there is this thing about when we see or watch something that we really like. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
for example, that if you are a lover of book, so even if you don't want, you will be tempted. You will feel that desire to buy that one more book because you love either collecting or you just want to showcase it to people and showcase your collection. So this is not going to be for all of the things, but for some of the specific things where you can do impulse buying. It's
Yes.
good to be frugal, but for some of the things where we cannot control ourselves, and these things are really close to our heart. In my case, I consider books for like even if I'm not able to read all of them, I just love to collect books so that I can showcase it, or I can some of the other time just have my TBR to be read list. So that's something like is for everyone. There are some people who love different types of clothes, collecting them, so they like hoarding things. So yeah, it's, I mean, it's totally based on your likeliness towards something as well, something you do for your internal satisfaction as well. So that's result in impulse buying, isn't it?
Yes. 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 And if I say that women are more prone to uh, shopping than
Mhm.
their counterparts, the male counterparts, do you agree with that?
I can agree to some extent, but this is something which is like a very stereotypical things. Even in this today, in this world, in this contemporary age, men are also really into trends. They just want to go about with trends, see to these magazines where male models are doing something, and they also want to look good, and that's totally fair. I mean, everybody wants to present better version of themselves and to make better personality, so it's not wrong either for a man or a woman to just present themselves in the best possible way, I believe. And yeah, towards like towards certain extent, we can say that women just want to hold many things as compared to men because of the diversity. We can say women have more option in regards to clothes and everything, but for men as well, I think there's a lot to explore these days. What is
Yes.
your take on that?
Because from my own experience, I'm telling you. So
Mm-hmm.
I am not very much into shopping, but when it comes to my wife, so when they go and they frequently they want to buy something.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I asked you. It is from my
Mhm.
own experience. It may not be with everybody, but I just
But yeah,
make
I
this.
think it's true to some extent. That's what I say. I say that like it also feels like a therapy for women, like because they can lighten their mood, improve their mood. So it doesn't mean that Men don't also want to indulge in that. Some men also enjoy shopping. Like I have seen many people. Just to give you an example, I used to have a class with this one other person. So he used to tell me that my wife keeps on saying that how many clothes you will buy. You have already so many clothes. So that's a totally vice versa thing over there. So that's when I got to know that men can also love shopping.
Okay.
Earlier, I also believed that this is a common stereotype that women are more prone to shopping, but it's not entirely accurate when I got to know about the that person's viewpoint.
Okay. So my next question is that what do you like? Do you like to go to a shop where you can bargain or where there is fixed price?
I think I see the person and then try to understand whether I can do bargaining over there. Wherever I see there's a board for fixed price, I just don't even try my luck over there, because that's why they have kept that board that you cannot even argue or you cannot just put forward your statement about reducing the price. That's why they have that board for specifically. I mean, that's what these people talk about. Like, if we have already put a hoarding over there, you cannot just ask for reduction in price. But whenever we visit markets like Sarojini Nagar or any other, we can obviously ask for bargaining to certain level. I believe that these people are also buying these products and they would need some profit at the end of the
Hmm.
day. So
Yes.
that's also really important. And I think I'm not really good at bargaining. I feel that it's a bit insulting when somebody will say that if you want to buy, you buy, otherwise just leave it. It's not really necessary. So it just comes back onto us. The monkey sits back again on our shoulder, and we can't do anything about it if we really need that product. So I think it's important to analyze the situation. If the person is willing to do some discount, then it's well and good. Otherwise, I mean, you should just swallow the hard pill and then buy something that you are looking for. That's what we can try.
Yeah. So in my case also, I am not a good bargainer. So whenever I
Mhm.
try to buy some things, I prefer to go to a fixed price shop because of the fact that when I buy that item, I feel that the price that at which I bought the item, the same
Mhm.
price at same price the other people will buy. So I will never feel that I have been what to say, I have been
Scammed.
cheated or something like that.
Yeah. Correct. Or I had to pay more price as compared to other people. But yeah, I mean, in different markets where people have exceptionally great skills to bargain, they really bargain. I see a lot of videos where girls are asking the vendor to reduce the price, and they just easily convince that vendor. And that's why we see meme all over the internet. Like when my mother goes for a shopping, she suddenly asks for reducing the price. Like if it is a product of like 4,000 rupees, she instantly says 1,000, and that's when everybody looks at. So there's a like internet is being taken by storm with all these memes. So yeah, I mean it's also common in women. Like men, again, that's a very stereotypical term that women like to do this bargaining a lot. But I'm not really sure about it.
Yes, in my case, it happens. My wife can do. So whenever I go with her and buy something, I just sometimes feel embarrassed also because
Yeah,
as you
yeah, yeah.
mentioned that the seller asks for 3,000 and she would start from 1,000, but I can't do this.
Absolutely. It's a question more of like when we take things personally. Like there are some people who have a thick skin. They don't really take things personally. So it all depends upon your temperament. Like we feel sometimes that even this person will say me a slightest remark, I'll be taking it on my heart and I'll keep thinking about it. So it differs from person to person, and it's good not to take things personally. There's a very famous TED talk as well, and I watched it, like not to take things personally and how to not take things personally. I forgot the name of that person, but that was a really good one. And we
Hmm.
shouldn't be taking things personally. I mean, that can be a general remark that they might be doing with everyone, but we end up taking it on ourselves and make it a question of self-esteem. So yeah, I mean,
Yes, yes.
it differs from person to person.
Yeah. And in
All
some
right.
cases, it is necessary also because once I had an experience while I went to Palika Bazaar in Delhi, and that person asked me for a jacket 5,000. So I immediately left the place, and he came behind me at last when I was just about to leave the market. He
Mhm.
gave me an offer of 500. So from 5,000 to he came down to 500. So
So
if
that's a
you are not
drastic
very
difference.
good at it, so you may be cheated. Yeah. That,
Yes, some people are like willing to sell as well. They will keep asking you, tell us, we'll sell you at the price you would want. So there are some people who love to negotiate, and negotiation is a good thing. That's what I said. I mean,
yeah.
but yeah, I mean, it's good to bargain and just try your hands on this. Try your luck. Maybe possible that you are going to get some really good discounts. So that's always is a good idea.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we have a hard stop over here. So it was
Yes.
great interacting with you, and I also got to share a lot of opinions of mine. So just a very healthy communication. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It was a nice conversation. I like the session very well. Thank you very much for
Thank
that.
you. Bye.